Guys, Ash here coming out to you today in Raid Shadow Legends. What's going on, guys? Welcome to the video. I am in a good mood today. I am recording late night. Late night for this dad is 10 p.m. Whoa! Usually I'm a morning recorder, but today I'm gonna be in a peppy, weird mood. We get live arena. I've been an asshole. You have a friend out there or a family member in life that just constantly ask for your advice, and then they either never follow it or they're indecisive. They don't make any decisions at all. That's what I have done to you guys, and I need to give you all an apology. I've asked you like 100 times, guys, would you like to see live arena? Yeah! A lot of you say yes, and some of you say no, but let's just do it and see what you say after the fact. But I've tried to record a few live arena videos, guys. I'm right around 300 right now. I'm around 1,700. It won't age very well. I'm going to be edited, and this will be live in a day or two. But the thing is I have never done any live arena content, really, because I find it slow and monotonous and fairly boring, you know? I think that's better catered towards live streams, personally, not towards VOD content, you know? Anyway, what I'm going to try to do, it might be good, it might suck, I don't know, but I'm going to record live arena after this intro, and then I'm gonna commentate over it, talk about my mistakes, talk about my successes, you know, and highlight some things that were going through my head at the time with you guys. I think it would be more beneficial that way, and I'm gonna play it either in double time or time and a half. That way, you know, those long stretches that are really boring while we wait for someone to make a move, it's not gonna be that annoying, hopefully. So you guys give me feedback. I would love to hear what you think of the format once you watch the video. So listen, guys, I'm retiring. Oof, probably.
Don't you say one more word or I'm gonna send your mother right back in here to smack the crap out of you.
Now, I'm not really retiring Rotos. Rotos has been my go-to. I have a fully empowered Rotos and a fully empowered Siphi. Listen, we did free-to-play content a few days ago with Tagore. Now we're doing dirty, cracking, pay-to-win whale content, boys and girls. So, I have the fully empowered Siphi Rotos tandem, and frankly, I thought to myself initially, you'd be an idiot if you didn't use both these champions in pretty much all your live arena battles. I mean, they're two of the best in the game. And they're together, they're even better, and they're both +4. They're like some of your strongest champions on your account. Why wouldn't I run them together every single battle? And then I discovered the secret Siphi, the secret Siphi gotcha move. And it's been working tremendously for me. Now, of course, you guys, you can use it if you have Siphi as well. You don't need Rotos for this move, right? And now my move is going to be out there, and everybody who ever sees me in the arena is going to know exactly what I'm doing, which is awesome. That's why I'm never going to be a top arena player. That's number 1 out of 99 reasons. You just need a Siphi. Doesn't matter how OP she is. Just need a Siphi to do it. If you don't have a Siphi, no worries. You're still going to really enjoy the video because I'm going to show you why I replaced Rotos. So again, Rotos is a beast. I have a full guide on this particular build of Rotos on my Champion Guide channel. That's Ash, yeah, it's not Ash. It's Raid. Oh, God, man. Dude, I'm ruining. This is supposed to be an awesome video, and I'm ruining it!
Daddy, chill.
Raid Champion Guides. There we go. Raid Champion Guides, guys. We have this whole build breakdown on Rotos and why I love him so much and why I love these stats and why I think he's just amazing. So that's nothing against Rotos. But right now in this meta, in this particular meta in the game, Turvold is a monster. He's a monster for like 5 reasons, 6 reasons. Number 1 is more raw damage than arguably any champion in the game. What does raw damage even mean, and why is it important? Well, it's because of the meta right now. First of all, he can chop through pretty much anything, and he doesn't ignore defense. Why is that a good thing that he doesn't ignore defense? On his A3 Juggernaut, attacks one enemy 2 times. Damage increases according to the number of buffs on this champion, so a great go second NUKER. If the target is killed, resets the cooldown. Fantastic, right? Why is this ability so good? You're going to see some crazy things. I haven't even played yet, and you're going to see some crazy things with Turvold. Just does so much damage without ignoring defense on this ability. That's because Harima is everywhere. Turvold counters the 3 most popular arena champions right now. This is why he is so good, guys. Harima, honor passive. If you have like a Jurgid, the Breaker, or something like that, ignore enemy defense effects are decreased by 50%. That is a disrupting passive, to say the least. And that doesn't apply just to her, you know, it applies to her entire team, right? So there's a reason we ranked her, spoiler, there's a reason we ranked her #1 on our best defensive nukers in the entire game on that video we put out last week. She's very good, right? But we don't have to worry about that. There's no ignore defense in his kit. Granted, he's in lethal gear, and he has Helm Smasher, but it's still going to do a tremendous amount of damage regardless. So it doesn't matter if Demon Slayer procs on Harima. Champion #2, we just talked about him. It's Rotos, the Lost Groom. It's a double hitter, so we can kill Rotos in one turn, one ability, Juggernaut. And then champion #3 is everybody's favorite champion to use and to hate simultaneously. We do have him +1, right? It's Ultimate Frickin' Death Knight.
Now where is he?
UDK, of course, has this really incredibly annoying passive that he's gonna be taking the damage. He's gonna be taking the damage from somebody else. Now, only the first hit though, only blocking 1 hit, not 2 hits. But we got 2 hits. Not only do we have 2 hits, and I'm sure we'll face a Rotos team because they're everywhere. But when we use a Siffy bait strategy here with Turvold, Turvold's gonna go ahead and he's gonna waste a hit on Ultimate Death Knight. If he has Stone Skin up, he's not gonna do anything. If he doesn't have Stone Skin up, well, he's probably gonna kill 2 enemies. Ultimate Death Knight and whoever we're targeting. Having one option, one nuker who counters 3 of the most popular meta champions right now inside the game is so valuable, and that is why here freaking 6 minutes into the video or whatever.
This is what I have to deal with every single day.
That is why I love Turvold right now. I'm going to show you the build really quickly on him right now. We also have the A2 Ancestor's Power. Increase attack, he's bringing it himself. Increase crit rate, bringing it. Increase speed as well. And keep in mind, for each of these buffs, it's going to lead to more damage because the damage increases according to the number of buffs on this champion on the A3. Now, we have a decision to make on Turvold. Everybody has the same decision to make. What would you go with? Even if you don't have Turvold, what would you decide? Do we want to build in the 70% crit rate and just try to maximize the crit damage? Or do we want to build into 100% crit rate and still make sure that we always have 100% crit rate, even for the A1, which hits incredibly hard as well? I decided, and I'm not sure if it's the right decision, I'm just going to be real with you guys. I think sometimes you just got to admit when you don't know, right? I've been running him at 70% with 314. I think that way more often than not, after having played him for probably 50 or 100 live arena battles, way more often than not, I'm able to get him to where he's going to be protected by NUKER the Great, right? And he's going to be able to have the increased crit rate come back around and deal 100% crit damage. But I can't lie. There are situations where I'll revive him, for example, and he doesn't have his Ancestor's Power up, and, you know, he does have Juggernaut available, or maybe he doesn't, and, you know, we're only rocking 70% crit rate, right? Or, I think a better example might be if I'm leading off with a Necrit ally attack or a Cardio ally attack. He's only going to have a 75% crit rate or 73% crit rate on this A1, which is definitely not what we want at all. So, it might not be the right decision, but especially considering, you know, I have him going a little bit faster than NUKER the Great, so we can still add the buff in the beginning of the battle. I think I'm okay with this. I have a Soul Reap as a blessing on this champion as well, and you can see his masteries over here. Another thing that we could do on the masteries, I like the flexibility that we can build him so many different ways, you know, and kind of experiment. We could actually, you know, disregard Helm Smasher because he's dealing so much damage anyway, and we already talked about it's great to have him for Harima teams, right? So we could just go with even more crit damage on Flawless Execution, which is not usually a mastery that we prefer on our nukers in PvP. It's almost always Helm Smasher. So again, guys, a few different ways to go ahead and use this champion. We went down the defense tree, picked up Retribution as well. We have Ruthless Ambush. We have Bring It Down. We have Opportunist as well. Although I will say, I put Opportunist on him because I was running him with Mighty Uko in a stun set with Fearsome Presence for a while. But I don't use a ton of... I mean, if you have Mithrala on the same team, and this applies to any nuker, Opportunist is going to be a great option for you guys as well, or there's plenty of freeze and True Fear champions out there as well. All right, guys, let's go ahead. I'm going to go play some arena, and I'll be back in about 2 seconds for you and about an hour for me. All right, guys, we are back. Just had some good arena battles, and well, I'm not gonna spoil anything. Let's just get right into it here. We do have 1.5 speed, as I mentioned. And here we go, jumping into the live arena. Now, my first opponent was my clanmate, dude. Oh, man.
It's okay.
Today.
It's okay.
Have any of you guys ever gone against your clanmates in the arena? Well, I talked to him a little bit in clan chat, which I'll keep in the video as well. So this is the Siphi bait strategy. You always play, if you're not going to run Rotos, you always play Siphi first, right? Always play Siphi first. That way you can get an ultimate Death Knight with Turvold hard counters. Furhat, he's smart, man. He didn't fall for it, but a lot of people do. Conversely, if someone shows Siphi early on, don't go with UDK until you absolutely have to, until they show Rotos, ideally, depending on who the pick order. So he banned Harima. I went with Duchess as lead. I usually go with Duchess as lead if she's running on the same team as Siphi, because I have Siphi built rather fast, and I want to get first turn. However, Furhat's Siphi was faster than mine. I think my Siphi's around 330 speed, I want to say. Maybe 320. Nah, I think 330 to 340 range. So here we go, guys. We're going to go ahead and open up with Nekret's ally attack. And you can see that's just the ally attack of Turvold going in there. So not a bad little start for him, but really it's the juggernaut that we want to have our eyes on. So he comes in with Valkyrie. We're going to go ahead and use that A2. Now we get the crit rate, and now Siphi, I mean, you're toast. Only took one hit, didn't even take 2 hits. We're going to obviously target the Reviver first. And look who Furhat's playing. He's playing Turvold too.
Mama y Papa, Mama y Papa.
Unfortunately, he had no choice but to A1 into my Duchess because she had Stone Skin and Perfect Veil on the rest of the team. And at this point, I kind of know that I've already won it, right? If I can take down their only Reviver and all of my entire team is super healthy, then I'm going to be good. So I'm looking at their champions right now. Who do I want to go in for an ally attack? I decided to see if we could take down the other Turvold. We couldn't. The reason I went after Turvold wasn't because he's the damage dealer or anything like that. It's because he was the squishiest of the 3 remaining champions, and I knew I couldn't do a ton of damage with the A1, but I knew that A3 of Turvold would be able to finish him off. No big deal. That's exactly what we did. He comes in here, and at this point, it's pretty much game over. So I will stay with you guys. I can cut some of this stuff, because again, this is what I find the boring stuff at the end of fights, right? But what I will do is I want to show you the banter in the clan. There wasn't much of it, but I want to show you that I jumped into clan chat and I'm like, oh man, I don't like it. Do you guys think that we should be able to face our clanmates in live arena? He leaves the battle here. I go to clan chat. I talk to him. I said, I love you. I love you, Furhat. I love you. Big shout out to Bront CH and to Thunder's second YouTube channel. They're two of my clanmates who make content on Raid Shadow Legends. And I say, bro, they shouldn't match clanmates. They shouldn't match clanmates, man. GG's for if you're watching, man. Much love, dude. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I have no control over the matchmaking, right? I got pretty, not easy matchups, but frankly, people less in trophies than I did, for the most part. There was a couple that were close to me, but I forgot who I matched up second. But I'm gonna use the same sort of a strategy. This is Legendi from Nexus Nova. And again, I'm going to lead off with Siphi. I think he took the bait. I think this dude takes the bait. Let's see. So I'm going to lead off with Siphi, and then I'm not going to... I have no intentions of playing Rotos. I just want to get their UDK out, because again, I'm not scared of UDK when I have Turvold on my team. So I see the +4 Warlord, and I'm already thinking I'm going to ban Warlord. But it's not... And he shows me UDK, and I'm like, oh yeah... Oh, yeah. But then I'm like, you know what? With this team, with Nekret the Great, I could still probably get by going against Warlord. But I think it's still smart to play it safe there. Plus, the fact that he burned a position on UDK when I don't have Rotos, I see that as a disadvantage to him, considering I had Turvold in the back pocket. So that's why picking first with this sort of a strategy, with a Siphi bait strategy, it's always a good advantage. And this is, you know, one of the other reasons, the fourth reason why I prefer Turvold right now. So we're going to come in against Siphi. I like to lead off attacking, you know, the Reviver with the A2 of Harima. Especially, you know, you get some information. I don't want to overstate it because, you know, it's not like concrete. but you can tell how much she's doing, especially once you play her enough, and this goes with any champion. You can tell, even if they're not killing anybody or doing a ton of damage, you can tell just by like how much damage you're able to do, how tanky that champion is, right? So you can basically get information, and it's all about getting information throughout the battle. So now we can easily go in, and you saw it there. The first hit was soaked up by UDK, the second hit easily killed Sify, and it took away about half of UDK's health as well. So now we go in with the A3 of Harima. We have Harima on the team because she's tanky, she does a heck of a lot of damage, and she has that passive where we can mitigate enemy ignore defense abilities, right? So now we're going to go ahead and pick up NUKER, who we lost. You always got to be careful. Against a Taurus and a Rotos, it's never over. So unlike the first battle where I was like, okay, you know, I can relax a little bit here, it's not over against these nukers, man. It's not over at all. I'm still bitter about not pulling Taurus. In case you missed my shard opening video, you can probably save yourself the pain. Or the pleasure if you root against me. I know some of you guys do. I know some of you do. So you can see right now, we're able to get that increased crit rate before we take our next turn, obviously, off that A2. So again, would love your feedback on how you would build Turvold. Would you build him 100%? I'm starting to think that I should probably go 100% crit rate, even despite the increased crit rate buff that he carries. As long as it doesn't, you know, cost me having to re-gear all my other champions to go ahead and do so. So we're going to lead off with Sify. We get first pick again. Now, if we got second pick, I could still play Sify first. I'd go Sify and Duchess or Sify. But look at this. He fell for it. And I got really happy with my my cursor. He fell for it, and he went UDK right away. That's beautiful, man. There's no need to go UDK right away. I'm not trying to take shots at anybody, like, you know, whatever. Plenty of million of players that are better than me too, or whatever, and I've made plenty of wrong decisions as well. But just go last on UDK, right? He has an advantage of seeing my entire team before he gets his last pick. So go Rotos second, and then wait till the end to go UDK, because there's no reason to burn that slot in your I was gonna say your deck. Thinking too much the other channel right now. There's no reason to burn that slot in your team unless you know you're going to need it, right? So again, he leads off. This is interesting. I never see Hegemon in the arena, but in this scenario, I know I can kill him because I know I can one-shot him. So I'm going to go in with the A2, and then I'm gonna target Hegemon, and the first shot will be absorbed by UDK, but I'll easily get 200k on Hegemon. The cool thing about Turvold too is that, yeah, I have like a decent amount of attack on him. I think around 6,800 or so, but he doesn't need that much attack to be effective. He can easily pull off these like very similar numbers without this much attack. You know, crit damage is always nice to have, obviously a lot of, but there we go with the ally attack, and he just quits the battle. You know, all right. Here's the next one. I'm at 1712 trophies. I forgot how many matches I actually recorded here. Not too many. Pack Daddy. Okay, so this guy's Pack Daddy. Let's see what he does here. I show my Sify, and I'm like, come on, man. Give me UDK, dude. Give me UDK. And he goes with Duchess, and he goes with Warlord. Okay, I go with Duchess, and I go with Harima. Again, kind of staying with the same team. And if you guys like this kind of format, I'm happy to go ahead and... I'm pointing this out right now. I tried to point out things I was focusing on so I'd remember them, because I'm old and I have a bad memory. Duchess and Pythion on the same team. Ooh. They're very, very annoying. I got cute here. I got cute. And I decided to ban Duchess because I hate them together. And I was thought to myself, I don't want Rotos to have the increased attack buff and nobody else on the team brings increased attack on Rotos. So I thought, you know what? I could probably get by just popping people off with the A1 of Turvold, resisting the Orcish Rituals with Sify, because I have very high resist on Sify, around 800 or 900-ish. So I thought to myself, okay, I can resist with Sify, eventually get back to that ally attack, and just pop them all off just with the A1 of Turvold, you know, with Warlord on the team. And I think that if I could do this one over, first of all, I'm not telling you I lost it. I might have won, right? But if I could do it over regardless of the outcome, I think I would just... I mean, when I have Harima, potentially, they banned her, but when I have Harima and Turvold on the same team, I'm not incredibly scared, as I might normally be, of a Pythion and Duchess combo on the same squad. I think the right move was probably to ban Warlord here, you know? And I got too cute. You ever do that? You ever get too cute in live arena and then you kick yourself afterwards and you're like, oh, come on, man. So that's the ally attack. We actually got the Soul Reap, though. That was really nice. We come in there and we don't kill Rotos with that A1. This could be, I didn't notice if there are crits, but this could be, again, where not having that A2 up actually really hurts me. So, yeah, the more I watch back, you learn something new every day. I'm definitely going to rebuild him with 100%. It's nice that he has that, but it's not enough. So, yeah, you're right. We end up going in there, getting a retribution, but it's an end battle. They were going to win that one. So, here we go. This is the last battle of the video, guys. So, that was an L. You win some, you lose some. Here we go. This is not a roach. Not a roach. I don't think anybody I played was bots. So, he goes Mighty Uko. We're going to go... So, whenever I see Mighty Uko, I'm not going to go Duchess. Instead, I'm going to go with Marichka. Marichka has a great cleanse for a Mighty Uko to get those stuns off. She also is a great champion. And she also has a 3-star polymorph blessing on her as well. Which, you know, you might say, by the way, I have polymorph on like almost all my team with the exception of Turvold. So I think that I like having this much polymorph. I like going all out with sheep, really preventing debuffs. There's a lot of sneaky debuffs in this meta in this game, right? Like there's plenty of bomb champions out there in vogue right now. There's plenty of champions like Sify with her A1 with a sleep on her A1. I'm trying to pay attention to what I'm doing and have this commentary at the same time, not going so well, huh? You know, there's a lot of ways to get in there and turn them into sheep, you know? But Mighty Uko is the most meta. So the counter to Mighty Uko is having, you know, a few decent options. You can see it right there. Having a few decent polymorph champions on your team. That's the easiest counter to Mighty Uko. Another one is going with, you know, if you have them, more to Macabre, right? Like Prince Kymar and Mighty Uko. I'll sometimes sub in more to Macabre against those champions only because they have an unavoidable AoE on their A1, right? Meaning that they're definitely going to be targeting. They can't work around more to Macabre. So anyway, here we come, guys. Now we're ready to rock here. Easy peasy one shot. Didn't even take two to get through at big beefy shield on Brogni there. Now he has Staltis, he has Mighty Uko, and he has Harima left. I don't see a lot of Brogni either. These three champions see quite a bit of. More and more Staltis by the day as well. The quality isn't exactly, it's like 720 right now, so I apologize. I'm watching on my editor. Just keep in mind, as like an obvious reminder here, guys, keep in mind that this is oh, we did go in for one more. Oh, guys, this guy's 1495. It was an easy victory. It's not even fair. I apologize, Dezenan. But guys, let me know what you think of the format. I mean, keep in mind, it's stating the obvious here, but Turvold, there was no debuffs on anybody. You know, there was no decreased defense, weakened. They had all increased defense, strengthen, ally protect. It doesn't matter, man. He goes through everything. He's a monster. And he's not relying on a bunch of ignore defense. So I absolutely love this champion. Hopefully I've outlined why Turvold is so incredibly good inside this arena meta. And this applies to classic arena as well. And hey, you weirdos out there who play tag team arena, it even applies to that. Guys, I thought I cut this fight because I was like, really, do I want to show this? But it was an easy victory. I feel like we can kind of end it there. And when I say easy victory, again, nothing against him. It was just like such a ridiculous matchup that he's over 200 trophies below me. You know, I wouldn't want to face off against, you know, Bobby, the #1 player right now, you know. So I think it's really crappy that they have matchups like this. But anyway, guys, let me know what you think of facing off against clanmates in live arena. Let me know what you think of the format of this video. And most importantly, let me know if you love Turvold as much as I do, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, take care, guys.